Party people in the place. Come on, girl. And then put a smile on your face.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Guy Whitcam, and you're watching Sex Talk with Guy Whitcam. We've got Nami, and we've got Ginger. How you ladies doing today?
Very well. How are you today?
I'm doing alright. So you know what it is? Today we're going to talk about like sex and love and all that good stuff. How you feel about that?
I'm excited.
All right, cool. So the first thing is, what is sex?
Can I go first? So sex is when the birds and the bees, and no, I'm joking. Sex is the vagina and a penis going
They intertwine,
right, and souls connect, and bodily fluids exchange. Pregnancy also occurs. What else?
It sounds so boring. Why are people so got into this thing? And you know what's very interesting is a lot. Sex is different for many different people. Sometimes there's more than one vagina involved. Sometimes there's more than one penis involved.
Yes.
Right.
Sometimes it's more than one bodily fluid. Sometimes it's more than one STD.
Well, it's interesting you mention that. When you were a kid, I mean, like, like a preteen, what was your views on sex versus when you were a teenager and versus when you were an adult?
Well, as a kid, I kind of feel like I'm still young. So, but when I was young, I felt like sex, I don't know, I kind of felt like sex was something that I was very curious about, but like I wasn't really sure. Like I don't feel like nobody really, we had sex ed in high school, but I don't know, like I feel like I was curious, but I was more scared to try sex. But now that I'm an adult, it's like I'm still scared to have sex. Like I've had sex, but I feel like nowadays I'm scared to have sex. Like I don't want to have sex because I don't know, I just feel like I want to be connected. Like I hate when people say that sex is just sex. I don't feel like sex is just sex. I feel like sex, especially for a woman, it's, I become emotionally attached once I have sex.
You're shaking your head. Do you totally agree with this?
Totally. It's so serious, but I just think we were programmed to like be submissive to the man and please the man
And you thought about this when you were a preteen?
Well, I mean, when you look at Cinderella and all of that and all of these things, it programs your mind to want a man and, want your Prince Charming. And I wanted love, so I felt like if I had sex, then I would get love.
Yeah.
And
I think that's a good example. Like, we feel like if we have sex, then it's like, because I feel like as a woman, you have sex with a man. Well, 8 times out of 10, you're having sex with a man because you really feeling him.
you want to be with him,
Whereas the men, they can just have sex
They're
and not
like-
have no attachment.
Yeah.
So, sex is not just sex. Sex is very dangerous, and I feel like in today's society, people should be more aware about who they're having sex with because...
Right. That's why men are mad at their baby mamas half the time because it was all about sex for them and it wasn't about what sex is really for. So if you think the right way about
Wait a minute. What is sex really for?
For building your legacy.
Well, yeah, sex is for
Your
reproduction.
whole seed is going into this person. Your whole legacy.
But people aren't having sex to reproduce. People are having sex. These guys are having sex to get a nut off. Is what they're really trying to do. So.
And did you feel that way as a teenager as well as now as an adult?
No.
Feel the same way, or?
I didn't feel the same way. I kind of felt like, I don't know what sex was when I was a teenager. I just kind of felt like, I don't know. I kind of felt like, I want to say like I felt like when I was young, if you were having sex, then you were like cooler. because I don't know, like you're having sex, like, oh my God, you're mature enough to have sex, and I'm just little old me, like scared to have sex. That's how I felt like when I was young. But now it's like you can have sex with whoever, girl. I don't even care. I don't want to participate. Especially with a guy who's not trying to really be with me. And it's like and then even if he is trying to be with you and you get married and you guys are doing all this stuff, you're still not safe. So.
Well, actually, you know what? You bring up a very good thing there. Safe sex.
Right.
I mean, is it ever really safe?
It's
No.
never safe.
It's never safe. It's always a risk. Every time you are opening your legs, you are risking your life for that person.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to ask yourself, is this person worth risking my life for?
Yeah.
Will I die for you?
Yeah, and I honestly believe, like, everybody you have sex with, like, you never lose that connection. Like,
Yeah.
that whole thing where they be like, oh, your souls connect and attach and blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like that's real.
Yeah.
And it's way deeper than just sex. And I feel like a lot more men need to realize that. Like, I don't want a guy that's having sex with everybody, that's attaching his penis to everybody. Like, I just don't want it. That's disgusting and
Gross.
dirty.
Nasty.
Trifling.
What's wrong with you?
It's nasty, it's trifling.
Yeah, think about it.
I'm thinking, yeah.
What do you feel about sex, Guy? What is
Yeah.
sex
I
to
mean-
you?
I have sex a lot, so I don't really think that much.
Who do you have sex with? Who comes here and have sex with you?
But as you know, I'm on house arrest, right?
Yeah.
So basically, like, I have to order vagina every day. You know what I mean? I just hit people up, you know. You know, like an app, like ordering some vagina. That's what I do.
Are you having safe sex?
I mean, define safe.
Are you wearing a condom? Are you emotionally attached to the? Well, I know you're not emotionally attached because you just said you're ordering it every day. So, are you at least wearing a condom? Are you asking these women that you're ordering vagina from? Are they tested? And
How about this? If a pimple or you don't have a vagina, if your penis breaks out, who would you say gave that to you?
Well, you know what it is? It's all a gamble. You know what I mean? It's all a game. You're dating, you're kissing, HIV, STD. You know, it's par for the course. You know what I mean?
no, I don't know what you mean.
But it's not about me. You know what I mean? So you don't believe in safe sex? You don't think that's like possible? What do you think?
I mean, you can attempt it, but it doesn't guarantee that nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then even as far as like safe sex, as far as like wearing condoms and stuff, even if you do wear a condom, it's still not guaranteed that you're not gonna get an STD or something. Like, at
There's
this
areas
it's
that
so
aren't
many-
covered.
Yeah, it's so many things that you can get from people you can get stuff from people that is not even sex related. Like for example, you can get molluscum.
A who?
Molluscum, have you guys ever heard of that?
No,
That's like,
what is that?
That's like pool itch. And basically you can get that from sharing towels, you
That's
can get that from the
disgusting.
pool. You can get that if I have molluscum on my arm and I touch somebody on their arm, like they have molluscum.
Oh,
They
Lord.
have genital molluscum where you can get it on your vagina and on your penis.
Oh, Lordy.
So it's a lot of stuff out here that
That's disgusting.
I don't know.
disgusting.
I just think when I was a kid, I thought sex would get me love, and I realized real quick, like, okay,
yeah.
sex does not get you love,
It
because
does not get you love.
they will come and go faster
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving. Oh, it's you over there moving.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I hear that. You know, it sounds
Oh.
like you're brushing your teeth with like rocks over there.
I had to fix my necklace. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah. Keep that down, you know. So, but
So we have some snacks here.
yeah, but that's interesting. I mean, I don't know. It's like a natural thing that we all feel and we all go through, and it's interesting. Like I was terrified of sexual diseases until I started having sex, and all of a sudden it's like all the fear went away. I guess because I don't want to think about it, basically.
Right.
Yeah, but condoms are very important, and it's interesting. People don't really talk about condoms anymore. Have you noticed? It's never really part of the conversation.
Yeah, especially men. I've had a lot of situations where men have wanted to have unprotected sex with me, and they don't even know me. Like, I feel like it takes years and years and years for you to truly know a person. Like, don't try to have unprotected sex with me. And then it's a lot of guys that don't know their status. If I ask you your status, and first off, you need them papers. First off, numero uno, you need those papers so that I can believe you, because coming out your mouth, you already know they lying. You ask the dude if he tested, he automatically don't say yeah because he wants some vagina.
I believe before you have sex, you should have a date and go get tested. That should be.
Yeah, go get tested.
If you care, if you want to have sex that bad and you cannot do that, then you don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I told a guy.
It's different though, because when I was started having sex, I had sex with stars because I was a child star. You know what I mean? So like everyone was famous, so no one, you know what I mean? So if you caught anything, no one was going to say anything. So it didn't really matter.
Because all the child stars are just having sex.
Burning.
I'm just saying.
Let it burn.
Oh, speaking of which, Usher, what do you say his name? Is it Usher or Usher? What the hell is that?
I've never heard Usher.
It's Usher.
Is Usher?
Yeah.
I've never.
Either way, it's whack. But anyway, no shade, I'm just saying.
You know, the weirdest thing is I was like, man, Usher is the one. And I was just like, why didn't he?
Usher has never been the one.
I just feel like he's a dancer, singer, superstar. But I always felt like he was like a little like short of the boom, boom, bang. And I'm like, maybe that's what it was. Wait
a minute.
That
Wait a minute.
it.
Now I feel a lot more respect for him. You say he's got a boom, boom, bang? Never mind.
I mean, when he did that, oh, I was like, yes.
Fell in love with. I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Actually, it's interesting. His lyrics have become a lot more sexual, like overtly sexual lately. Is that because he's getting older and he's like, I gotta hold on to a younger demographic, or is he's writing his own stuff now?
You know,
is that what it is?
Usher always seems to go with the trends to me too.
Okay.
I feel like he does it well. He's super talented, you know, but again, it could be that, you know, that.
I'm not really a big Usher fan, but I mean, he's cool.
What don't you like about him?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm just not really a big fan. Like, I mean, he has some songs that I like, but he's not like, I wouldn't go to his concert.
So who are you a big fan of?
I like, who do I like?
Now wait a minute, before we go totally to left on there. Now, it's interesting you bring up Usher because he had that whole thing about like sexual herpes, stuff like that. Do you think it's true, yes or no? And we don't know him, you know, it's just a rumor, but I'm just saying, do you think it's possible?
Do I think it's true? I think it's weird that they would come out so many years later. You know, there's some weirdness to that. Like, I would have came out right when it happened, like, mother sucker. Not 10 years later.
It was 10 years later?
I don't know. It was significant.
I think she just went to the bathroom one day and her pee started glowing in the dark and she was like, hey, who can I blame this on? Let me blame it on the most financial successful person that I could say,
I would think like it takes a while for herpes to show up, like maybe a couple weeks or a couple months. But I feel like it has, even if it's not true, I feel like there's some truth. Like, I feel like even if she didn't get herpes from Usher, she has herpes. Because it has some truth. Like, I just feel like, who comes out and says that? Like, I feel like it has some
And then it was a bunch of different females, like, I don't know, do females, like, just jump on bandwagons and be like, me too, me too?
We've seen that many times. With a lot of people, which I don't want to mention, but...
Who? Bill Cosby?
Oh, right, great. You had to go, well, yeah. I mean, you know, which there were some of those people that in court, which you don't hear about, they were like, no, you're lying. There's a lot of women that went on that bandwagon. There's like, you're lying. I'm just saying, listen, you don't use drugs to get sex. That's really wimpy. That's not cool at all. You know what I mean? But
I'm telling you.
I'm just saying, a lot of those individuals were lying.
Do you guys think she would have just went on and said, like, I have herpes? Like, why would you, if you don't have herpes, why would you even go on and say that?
Ooh.
You know
In
what's really
front of
messed
the
up about that
whole
whole
world.
thing? The really messed up thing about that is, like, think about it. If you get caught getting a disease, nothing against that girl, but, like, can it be like Maya? Or like Janet Jackson? Or like someone like that?
To get herpes?
Yeah, or like Zendaya.
They will never let you know.
No, but I'm just saying, I mean, let it be like some banging chick that I desire, you know what I mean?
What?
I mean, out of all the women that say, hey, Usher, you gave me diseases, I mean, she's not very attractive.
Oh, the big one? Did you see the big one?
I'm just saying, not only that, but I mean, she, the intricate way that he allegedly trapped her and had sex with her and all that other stuff, I mean, is, he did all that for that, really? I mean, I lost respect for Usher. If it's true, I mean, regardless if he gave a disease or not, he obviously had sex with this girl. I hear every
that's what I'm
peanut
saying.
you're
It's
eating.
some truth.
You know, I hear every crunch. You know, you're in the microphone.
Okay, we gotta stop.
I'm just saying. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be judgmental.
No, it's quality control. I
I'm just
understand.
saying. Call it. I mean, if you're gonna, you know, I'm just saying, if you're gonna go down in burning flames, at least,
Let it burn.
I mean, quality. I mean, or maybe he's a quality guy.
Maybe he feels like, you know, we can't. I mean, if he like big girls, then
Or yeah, he might have a fetish because Usher never really goes for like the most beautiful one was the TLC chick, right?
Well, I don't know his history, but I do know what I do know is that he was on the video and he pulled that big girl up on stage, and they put on a show for the crowd. So he liked big girls, obviously.
Or it might not matter. He might let him, you know. Oh, you like
Yeah,
me?
if
You
going,
want
then
this?
You going. If you throwing it, then he catching it.
Nobody else wants it tonight, so I guess I give it to you. You can come backstage.
Word, like shawty, you was rolling that
the
thing.
thing is, I would never in my life, if I had the opportunity to have, not even an opportunity, but if I was to have sex with somebody that was like famous, I'm not gonna have unprotected sex with you or do nothing.
Nah,
like,
they do too
that's gonna
much.
risk my health for no money or for
Actually,
no
you know
clout.
what? That's a good segue. Wish list. That's right. Every episode, we want to talk about your wish list. So, is there a celebrity on your wish list?
Oh my god.
Just pick one. one per episode.
Oh lord.
One person in one.
Ooh, Kofi.
Who?
Kofi Cerebo.
You know what? You're like the third person to mention that person. I don't even know who that is.
Queen Sugar. He played on Queen Sugar.
Oh, a show that nobody watches. Great. It's awesome.
Queen Sugar is great. Tune in to Queen Sugar. And he was on Girls Trip. Shout out to FAMU because Will Packer, he's a FAMU graduate. FAMU.
What's up, fam? You went to
What
Salem
did he
State.
play in Girl Trip? What was it?
He was in Girl Trip?
Yeah, he was in Girls Trip.
Was he the young guy that had sex with
Yeah,
Jackson
the
Pinkett?
dark-skinned handsome guy.
All right, yeah.
Ooh,
All right.
yeah.
I see where you're going with it. You like the tall chocolate. You don't like blue guys. That's what it is.
Nah, I'm not really a fan of blue guys.
Yeah.
On House Arrest.
Yeah.
You lost me at that one.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't want to lie to you guys, but I don't want to tell you.
I mean, it's only one. You don't have to say all of them.
There's only one. It'll be the same one every time. I only have one celebrity crush, and I hate it. I don't know why. I don't want to share. Maybe I'll share next time.
All right. Can you give us a hint?
He and his wife just separated.
Oh. Did we talk about this earlier today?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
Why just separated?
Interesting.
Yeah, so next segment.
Interesting. All right. I got to take control of myself for this one. I don't know.
Guy, what's your celebrity crush?
Please tell us.
I think I mentioned all of them so far, but I'll give you one for this
Ariana
episode.
Grande.
Actually, yeah, she's on the list. But I don't want to give that one up.
Who,
She's
Rihanna?
already good. Maya.
Maya?
Maya.
Okay.
She's like tall and sexy, and she could dance. And she's also technically almost like a child star. So
Yeah,
I'm
Maya,
into
she's
child
nice.
stars.
I just want to see Maya get a nice husband already. Like, Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. I could do that. I would do that.
Put a ring on it.
Put a ring on it. You know, what's this whole ring on it thing? You guys, you know, anyway, I'm not even going.
You know, in the Bible, it doesn't say to leave your parents' house, be an independent woman, get all your stuff together first, and then cling to your husband. It
Wait a
says...
minute. Does that mean like cock ring? Can I do that?
Say that again?
A cock ring.
A cock ring? What about
Cock ring.
what does a cock ring have to do
I
with
think
it?
he means like a ring on his cock.
No, a ring on it is getting married.
What were you talking about?
Oh,
You're
that makes so
disgusting.
much sense. It's so much clearer to me now.
Come on.
It's awesome. That's great. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get a ring on it. I know I'm young and I got a lot more stuff to learn, but from all these relationships and stuff that I've been seeing, when you get married, you still get cheated on. Ain't no commitment nowadays. People ain't loyal. It's not like the generation is like people that's like 50 and 60 years old that's been married for 30 and 40 years. Now people get married and
We don't do enough. It's not enough connection. We're not connected as far as like intimacy. There's so much that people are ignoring.
mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, and then after you're with the same person every day and you're not putting that effort into it, you just kind of just be like, oh, they don't get it. And then it's like any other good person, like who has a good conversation with you or something, like the 80-20 rule. It's so real. It's like, oh my God, you understand me just because, I don't know, but you know, some people stop trying after a while. And it's like, you know, if one person is not willing to work, it's just almost impossible for one person to do it by themselves.
Yeah, I would just rather have that commitment. Like, I just want to know that you're my really good friend. That if anything was to happen, that you would be a really good friend to me at the end of the day. Besides,
You are so sweet.
That's good.
That's really cool. Well, question before we end this episode: is sex different for you today? Through all the different changes in your life and the things that you are thinking of, I mean, do you view it totally different now?
Totally. It's totally different. Like, I'm actually, first and foremost, I really explored my sexuality when I started working in the music. Like, I started rapping, working, you know, in the music industry, networking, meeting different people, and it was just so much pressure. And it was just like, okay, after going through this so much, eventually you're just like, enough is enough. It's not about sex. It's not about, you know, but when you're a beautiful woman, men will lie. They will lie straight in your face and say everything you want to hear. And you think they're telling the truth and they're not.
And they're not. And you end up back at square one, giving them everything you got,
And then after you go through that a couple times, you're like, I'm done. I'm good, you know? And I'm not the type to go, the extreme way where I'm like done with men. I'm just going to work on me and what I will allow and what, you know, before when I was young, I was just so young. Like, I just want a man. I just want, oh, he likes me.
It's crazy that you said that because, yeah, the same. But now that I'm older, like, I'd rather be alone. Like, I'm not to say that I don't want, companionship and I don't want, like, a partner. But I like being alone. Like, I don't have to be with a man to feel complete. I don't have to have sex, honestly. Like, I don't have to have sex to feel good. Like,
No,
if
me
you
either.
just cuddle with me, I'm straight.
Right, but how long is a guy going to come over and cuddle with
And
you?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I was going to get at. If he can't wait on you to have sex, then he's not the one for you. I know this guy that I met in college, and he loves me. Like, if this man loves me, okay? I ain't never had sex with this man, and he gets down on the floor for me. And there's other guys that, and then I met him when I was dealing with a guy who I was kind of like, you know, sexually involved with. And the guy who actually like cares for me, like he showed me like, you know, like I don't really have to have sex with you to you know what I'm saying? And to this day, like I still haven't had sex with him, and he's still here for me every single day. Listens to me cry. Y'all, this man gets down on the floor for me, okay? Like, I'm just so grateful, and I'm just so blessed to have a friend like him in my life.
That's good.
That doesn't just, you know, want to have sex with me, but actually wants to be in my life.
Right. And that's what it's about. And we have to stand up as women and demand that.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something, ladies. When you hold out on the vagina, you keep them longer. Once you
stop that.
Once you give it to him, if you give it to
It's
him,
a wrap.
he's gone.
You're irrelevant. You're like,
yeah, 'cause it's like, what else do he got
what do you
work
want?
for?
What do you want, ho?
First
want,
off, you having sex with him, you cooking, you doing all this stuff like
all
your
the
husband.
work.
And he not even your boyfriend. You don't got no type of title. And you giving him all this stuff
For
and
free.
then expect for him to stick around. When it's a woman that's like he chasing her, and you giving him everything. You're not gonna win like that. So
They love the
value
chase.
your vagina and have these dudes chasing you till you die.
Yes.
To the grave.
Make them chased.
You gotta have him chasing you. You gotta die and come back and then have sex with him.
That's it.
You gotta be on your deathbed talking about, okay, here you go.
Till death do us part.
You guys are crazy. Well, thank you very much. This episode, what is sex? Very interesting perspective.
Sex is confusing.
Of course, it's a perspective from a vagina and another vagina.
Don't get me wrong, fellas. We would love to just cater to you, give you whatever you wanted, and do all the cooking and be wifey and do all of that. But that gets us nowhere. I mean, it really doesn't. It doesn't work. So.
Yeah, because when you do all of that, they can't handle it. They can't handle that. They don't.
All right. Save for the next episode. So, Ginger, what is your social media? What is your IG?
And you can find me on Instagram at Gingerbread Music. It's JINGERBREAD Music.
And
Yeah.
Nami, what was your IG?
You guys can follow me at DJ Nam. That's at DJNAMM.
DJ word? Oh shoot.
And I'm Guy Whitcam. Everything is Guy Whitcam. Just look up Guy Whitcam. All right. Thank you very much, ladies. It's been great. We'll be back, and you're watching, like sex talk with Guy Whitcam. All right. It's been awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
We probably should take shots before we do the next one.
Yeah. I feel like...